Hello my friends, Tasha McManus, Flight Attendant Health Coach here. Today I'm going to show you how to further streamline your travel process so that you can pack lighter and get ready faster for your next adventure. If it looks like I'm reading, I am somewhat. I just have to make sure that I remember to tell you all the things that I want to say. So this is geared toward longer trips, but you can apply these principles to a trip of any length. I'm especially motivated to keep my bag weight down as much as possible because of chronic pain issues and a propensity toward injury. Some of you may be dealing with similar issues, and I definitely want you to have as much freedom to travel as possible. So I keep a master travel list, which I update as needed. It's separated into categories such as toiletries, electronics, paper-related items and documents, clothes, miscellaneous, and to-dos before leaving town. Things like making sure my cat is fed and pet, plants get watered, and time-sensitive issues are anticipated, etc. I highly suggest that you keep a list like that. So for my most recent trip, I filled my toiletry containers with approximations of how much I thought I would need of each item, and then I took a Sharpie and wrote on each container what was inside of it, and then drew a black line to show how full it was. I'm going to hold up a picture of this so you can get a visual. I will try my best. Okay, so let's see. Is that going to work? I don't know. I really can't see it, so hopefully you can. Anyway, I've adopted the habit of taking pictures of just about everything that I am trying to remember, and that gives me better information than text alone. It also saves time. So at the end of my trip, I pulled out all of my containers and took notes on where the amounts I actually needed differed from what I had brought. Next time I get ready for a trip, I can just pull out my pictures and the short follow-up notes I took, and then I'm expecting to be able to get out of the door in probably 3/4 less time, which will enable me to be far more spontaneous, which I love. So if there are items that I can find along the way without a bunch of fuss, I bring less of that given product. So for example, my face wash and face moisturizer, I'm pretty picky about. I don't want to run out of those. Whereas things like body soap and body oil, coconut oil, something like that, or lotion, I'm not as concerned about. So I also found natural, non-toxic sunscreen and bug repellent just about everywhere I went when I was down in Mexico. I also found stevia kind of everywhere. That didn't used to be the case, but it might be worth doing a little bit of research to see what is and isn't available, because the less you have, the happier you will be, I think. So although I stayed in Mexico a few days longer than I anticipated, I ended up having enough toiletries because the weather was cooler than normal. So keep weather in mind when you're packing, because there's a substantial difference in the amount of products that you will need to take with you for showers, hair washing, and so on, especially if you have lots of hair. It takes up lots of shampoo and conditioner. Wait, not good. I tend to keep my food very limited for my longer travels, but there are certain things I do want to have enough of, or at least until I can replace them, such as the tea I like to drink and hard to find things like powdered coconut milk. I bring a few snacks for the journey. I took a couple pictures of this stuff too. Let's see how that goes. I really wish I could see it better. Anyway, this time I brought some kale chips, dried figs, and nuts, along with aramay, which is a sea vegetable that's quick and easy to rehydrate. It's also packed with nutrients. I think it's delicious, but maybe not for everyone's tastes. I also just like to keep some of that in my bag all the time anyway, so that if I get to the end of a trip, I'm out of veggies, I can just rehydrate that in about 5 minutes, stick some olive oil and salt or lemon juice on it. It's pretty yummy. This is another picture. Looks like contraband here, but it's not I always bring a Tupperware. I end up using it like every day for leftovers and whatever else, leak proof. This is what I call my yuck tail. I drink it in the morning. I actually like it, but it's like greens powder and MSM and vitamin C and stuff. Just something to keep my nutrition up. I don't always get as many fresh vegetables when I'm traveling as I would like. So since everyone travels with different things in different quantities, I'm not going to try to make suggestions about exactly how much of a particular thing you will need, but I do think that it would be helpful for you to do this for your own travels. Don't worry about getting the amounts right when you first do this process. Reporting back on what you actually use is what's going to give you information for your next big trip. And then you can halve, double, or triple your amount depending on the length of your journey. Might take a little bit of extra effort initially, but if you're a serious traveler, this is going to save you a lot of time and hassle in the future. Faster and more streamlined we can make the travel process, the easier we can get up and go, even on epic quests. Yay! So in the comments below, you can feel free to ask me more specific questions or let me know something you found helpful. You can also email me at transformationcoachtasha@gmail.com. I'll put that link, the address, in the show notes. If you like this video, please like it and share it. You can also push the subscribe button to receive my upcoming videos. They don't always necessarily automatically come, but you can make sure that they do come to you. You can look at the settings, internet stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching and happy adventures. Have a great one.